Hello and welcome to another video. This is a video all about our recent trip in Kenya. So we have published three videos till now where we have seen how I took my dad to Masai Mara and how we have visited that place where we stayed, our budget camp, and how we did the 2 full day safari in the heart of Mara. So hope you have liked and enjoyed all those videos. But this video is primarily going to talk about our experience on getting the Kenya e-visa. Now let me give a disclaimer. Contrary to most of the Instagram reels or YouTube shorts you have seen till now, which advertises that Kenya is visa free, it's not completely right. Kenya is not visa free. Kenya visa is something that you need to secure before you land in Nairobi, which is the capital of Kenya. But apart from that, you need to pay also. So it's not a free as such. There is not a visa. They say it's a electronic travel agreement or ETA. So going forward to in this video, I'm going to refer this electronic travel agreement as ETA. So you have to secure that ETA, you have to obtain that ETA, you have to apply that through online, and this video is all about what you need to do and where you can apply the ETA and all the processes around that. And this will be a end-to-end guide on how you can apply Kenya visa. It's a fairly simple process. I'll give you the link of the portal through which you can apply the ETA, and that is the same portal I'm going to demonstrate and show you step by step how you can apply your Kenya ETA. Before I start, remember Kenya ETA is basically a mandatory requirement. Now a lot of people ask about the vaccinations. Now yellow fever vaccination is a requirement from India government, not from Kenya government. So ideally, if you want to enter Kenya, you don't need a yellow fever vaccination certificate. But if you are coming back to India, India government has a list of 34-35 countries where you are if you are visiting any of those countries, while you are coming back, you have to show that you have been vaccinated with yellow fever. So yellow fever and polio vaccinations are mandatory if you are traveling to Kenya from an India government perspective. So that's something, and we have made a shorts or a video on how to get the yellow fever vaccination within Bangalore. So if you have not checked that, I'll put it in the I button. You can go through it and see that first. And apart from that, while we are applying the visa on the portal, you don't necessarily need the yellow fever vaccination at hand because that is only given 2 weeks prior to that. But let us tell you and show you step by step how you can apply Kenya visa in 2024, and if you are seeing it after 2024, the process remains same. If there is any change, we will just create an updated video, but this is very much the process. You have to do it. There is no way you can get rid of this. There are certain exemptions. We will go through that when we show you the portal, but that's the summary of today's video. Let's just jump in quickly. If you are coming to the portal, you can see first that there is this etakenya.go.ke.in. So this is the portal that you have to come in. Again, use the link in the description box and you will be able to land here directly. And once you come here, it's a very simple to use portal. So you can see the terms and conditions here. You can read through it. Now there are a few things you need to understand. One more thing is, if you after applying, if you have any doubts, you can always use the red button here to initiate a live chat with them, or you can click on contact us and there is a mail ID that is given to you. You can directly drop an email if you have any doubt on once you start applying the visa through this portal, or after your applications if you need any changes or any questions you have. Now also, before I start applying, what I just want to show you is basically the FAQ. It's a very detailed FAQ, so you need to go through this. I highly recommend you go through this before you start. So few key things I'll just show you. So one is, they said how long the ETA is valid for. Remember, Kenya visa is applicable for 90 days from the date of issuance. So you need to enter Kenya before that. So it is a requirement to enter Kenya. You can, ideally they have mentioned in the FAQ that you can stay beyond the period of the ETA. So basically the ETA is 3 months. So let's say you applied on 1st of October, it is valid for till 1st of January. Now you enter Kenya on 27th of December and you leave it on 5th of January, it's perfectly fine. This is a requirement to enter Kenya. So you have to enter Kenya within 90 days. So, and remember, the issuance is given based on the day when it is approved, not based on your travel date. So don't apply more than 3 months in advance based on your travel date. So if your travel date is, like I said, 27th December, apply somewhere early first week of December. It takes 3 days to get it in your email. So they will give you a document in your email as an approval, and that will have all the barcodes and everything. So, but remember, it is valid for 90 days and you should apply it at least 3 to 4 weeks in advance. Now, what you need to understand, so this is a very important point. So there is something called the EAC country. EAC is basically East African continent countries. So here there are certain countries, if you are a resident but not a passport holder, you still need to apply that. Now there are certain exemptions for this. I'll show you that also. So see here. So who does not require to apply Kenya ETA or electronic travel authorization is basically if you are a Kenya passport holder, if you are a permanent resident of Kenya, or you are citizen, that means you have passport of any of this country, then you don't need to apply, or you are transiting through Kenya, then you don't need to apply. But apart from that, every other person, if you are an Indian passport holder or even if you have a US visa on your passport, it does not matter, you have to apply this. Okay, so that's about it, but go through the FAQ. It's a very helpful FAQ. Now there are two parts. One is once you apply, you can come here and use this check your application to check the status, but let's first show you how to apply. So you click on apply now, and then you see there are two parts. One is tourist and visitor, one is Kenya and East African state passport holders. One important thing here is to understand, if you have, and this is also part of the FAQ, that if you have a East African visa. Now just to give a summary, East African visa is basically visa for Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania. Kenya was part of this visa. So one visa used to give you all the three countries. So if you have that visa, you don't need to apply for Kenya ETA. But if you are only visiting Kenya, it's always recommend you apply ETA. But if you are planning to do all the three countries, you can possibly apply East African visa. We haven't got it, so I can't tell you the exact step-by-step process of it, but if you have a East African visa which is applicable for Tanzania, Uganda, and Kenya was earlier part of that, but if you have that visa, you don't need to apply this. But if you don't have that, you have to apply this. So you can come to here, the tourist and visitors tab, and once you click on tourist and visitors, you can again go through who are exempt, like I have shown earlier, who all are exempt from this visa. If you are not, then these are the set of documents you need. So you need a valid passport with 6 months validity and at least one blank page. You need selfie or passport type photo. So you can get a passport size photo which you can upload, or you can get a selfie also. I'll show you. And then you can get a contact information, email address, phone number, details of your arrival and departure itinerary. So that means your flight tickets, it's mostly from India, and you have a booking confirmation. So all these dates where you are staying, so you can book some few free cancellation hotels from booking.com, and you can use that, and obviously your credit card or means of payment that is needed. So these are the very simple set of documents, but in certain cases they may ask you a financial assets or bank letters, or if you are visiting, apart from tourist, you are visiting some of your friends or some of your family members, or participating in a conference or something, or for a doctor, you need this set of documents. Vaccination or test result certificates are possibly for COVID. Yellow fever is, like I mentioned, it's an India government requirement. So let's get started. So if you click on continue, you have to approve, apply, and then continue. So there are two options. One is individual and group. So individual, if you are applying alone or traveling alone, you can do it. You can apply group applications. We applied this group application option because I was taking my dad. So you can only apply group if you are a couple, friends or family traveling together. So I'll show you the group application part. So once you have, this is the eligibility of group application. So you can apply up to a group of 6 travelers. So up to 6 people you can apply as a group, and you have to share the same country of residence, share the same purpose. Basically all of you has to travel and share the same travel and accommodation. So if you are taking a tour from Kenya and traveling with your family, you can obviously apply as a group application. Now if you click on continue, you first have to select the country of residence. So let's say I select India. Now if I continue, so this is the details of information. So the reason for travel, you can choose tourism. Arrival date, like I said, let's say give 25th of October, because I'm shooting this video in August. I don't want to give more than 3 months away the date. It's arrival date. So let's say you are traveling with Air India, so you can search for Air India. The flight number automatically is selected. And this is the flight that goes to Kenya. And select the country of origin for your trip. You can again select India. Now departure details, which date you are traveling out. So let's say I give 31st of October, I'm coming out. And you can see if you are seeing obviously by sea or by land, you can choose that. Again, if you have a Air India fly out, let's say you give Air India. By the way, we also used Air India while we were traveling. And the destination country, you can give India. So you are coming back to India. Where you were staying in Kenya, so one of the hotels you can, we searched and I just remember the name I'm just giving, or you can give any of your hotel names and for which date to which date. So let's say 27 to 31st, I'm giving this. But yeah, remember, if you are going to Masai Mara and staying further, you can add addresses here and give it. Let's say you just first one night you are staying in Nairobi, you say 27 to 28 Nairobi, and then add address for those stays and just add those details over there for those particular duration. So for the simplicity, I'm just showing one place. Let's say continue. You have to upload the passport page. So let's say I just apply my passport. You can use a webcam so that it camera comes up and you just have to show the passport in front of it and it will show. And once I do that, it asks for take a selfie. So first I have to show, I will take a selfie. So if you get started, so it will come up and it will ask you to take a selfie. So it will initiate a webcam and you have to be ensured that you are able to take a selfie, or in case if you have photo, you can upload the photo also. So let me just upload a photo. Say I use this photo, then it will ask you if you are financing a trip or anyone else is financing a trip. You said no, then you choose your country of birth. So let's say I choose India. What is the nationality of birth? Let's say I choose India. Have you ever been convicted offense? No. Have you ever been denied entry? No. Have you single, married? So let's say you are married. Previously traveled to Kenya? No. So then you can do continue. Will you be bringing Kenya monetary instruments? So are you bringing in more than $5,000 of worth of currency to Kenya? You said no. Continue. So before that, you have seen there is one part where we have provided this, and then they ask for add another individual. You can add another individual if you are traveling with your wife or if you are traveling with your parents. You can just keep adding the same set of documents. Photo, again I mentioned, you can do a passport size photo and upload it, or you can take a selfie right here. Then you click on continue. Once you continue, you just have to give your contact information. So let's say I give my contact information. You have to give your address. What is my occupation? Now you can search for your occupation. If your occupation is not listed, you can directly search whatever is most simplified. So I work in a IT company, so I'm just looking for that. So I can give engineer. I think that's closest. You can look for your occupations. If not, choose a closest one possible. Give your emergency contact. So let's say I want to give an emergency contact. Okay. Now if I continue, it will ask me to upload all the accommodation and booking confirmations and airline confirmation. So let's say, let me just do that. I just uploaded some random files. You basically here you have to upload the booking confirmations. You can apply multiple PDFs, that's fine, by just using the add another button. You can view it, you can delete it. Just upload all the booking confirmation, upload all the emails that you have received from the booking tour agency with all that. Then you can hit continue. It finally asks you whether you are the applicant. You say I'm the applicant. You can say if your travel date is near, you can put additional note or anything you want. You can continue. Here is the price that you have to pay. It's $32.5, which should be, you should get the visa within 72 hours. Anything you have a doubt, you can reach them to the contact us email ID or the live chat button here. So click on standard processing, continue. That's it. You just have to make the payment. Obviously I will not do that. So $2 you see is added as a fee. So you can see the summary, it's a bank fee, but you have to put the details and then finally make the payments. And once you make the payment, you get an acknowledgement in your email, and after 2 to 3 days, ours came within 2 days, but maximum up to 3 days, you will be receiving an approval. If there is a denial that has happened or they have rejected your visa, you can mail to them, understand, and then reapply, or they will tell you the process. But most of the cases, if your documents are right and it is complying with your dates and stuff, you will get the visa. Like you have seen, they did not ask for any bank documents or stuff like that. So even if you are a retired person, you can mention your occupation as the retired person. And also, once you have applied the documents, they will give you a link. You can update the information over there. Say for example, you have updated something wrongly, your gender or something, by mistakenly you have updated something else, so you can always edit that information. That you can do once you apply, like I have shown earlier. You can come back and check your application, but or within 2 days it will come as a PDF in your document. So that's about it. It's a fairly simple process, but the bottom line is you need to do this before you plan your trip to Kenya, and do it at least 4 weeks in advance, so that you are sorted with all this hassle. So hopefully this is helpful. Please let me know if you have any doubts, and we'll be able to help you. Hope you have a great trip in Kenya. It's a lovely country, and have a great time. See you in the next video. Thank you. Bye bye.